Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. So I've got something a bit new today. Now, the slippery slope argument, we've often heard that obviously your beliefs are not isolated. So if you hold unwarranted beliefs, for example, belief in the existence of God, if you're a Christian, you've got no strong, proper, good rational basis. You've got insufficient evidence to hold that belief. You could be on a slippery slope, because if you accept one position which hasn't got sufficient evidence to support it, you may start accepting other positions. I've never really been quite convinced about the slippery slope argument, because of the fact that, particularly with religion, I always felt that people tend to compartmentalize, so they behave completely rationally in every aspect of their life except religion. And I found that kind of compelling. But I came across this case, and I wondered whether this old chap, he's 70 odd years old, his wife's 72, and basically he's been scammed by one of these overseas romance scammers. And I just wanted to look at his case and wondered whether his belief, his faith in Christianity, which he has got, he'll talk about it in a moment, means, because he's not a critical thinker in Christianity, we've got evidence here where he's applying the same shoddy methods of, well, lack of critical thinking in other areas of his life. So let's have a listen to it.
I give it a 50-50. I still don't know. I said that before too. I still don't know if I leave because I've never met the girl. It's like you and I are talking. I even had a video call from her. So I know more of you than I know of her as far as seeing them face to face. So it's kind of hard to predict something that you really don't know.
Just to put you into the picture, he sent away a lot of money to this person purporting to be, this young woman. And there's an organization, a catfish investigation organization. They've got a YouTube channel, and he's gone to them to ask and look into this to find out whether she's actually real, and they've investigated it.
I realize that I'm old.
In fact, he's done a rational thing there, but he's done it a bit too late.
Older. I've been married 3 times. This ain't my first rodeo. I know what I want. And if I was to give up where I'm at now, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a big horse to do it.
Yeah. So what are the things that you want? Like, what are you wanting out of life now?
I basically want somebody that's really physical, in a relationship, physical relationship, somebody that's over the hill in love with, and I wouldn't give up what I got unless they can fulfill those shoes.
So have you talked to your wife about, because it seems like you've had a relationship for a while, you know what you want. Like, have you talked to her about those needs? Instead of going to talk to people.
Yeah, so he says he wouldn't give up what he's got. He's been married to this woman, she's 72. He wouldn't give up what he's got. He's got a good marriage, but the physical side of it is not satisfying him. So in other words, he says it would take a big horse for him to give up what he's got. And I'm presuming that he's looking for somebody who he finds attractive, so that he can have a better sex life than what he's currently got with his wife.
People online?
My wife she's almost 71. She works very hard. She doesn't have a lot of energy for that kind of stuff anymore. It's not her fault. She just, the old days, your guy's age, you could just say, hey, baby, bing, that's it. All right. There's no instant pudding, you know what I mean? I think the only thing that's helped us, I have to say it this way, is that our faith, faith in the Bible. It's a faith thing. A 3/4 chord is hard to break. So you got God, you and your spouse. That's kind of.
Well, he said that what's helped them is their faith in God, the Bible and everything, and that's helped them. Well, how has it helped them if he's out there online looking for young women?
How it works. But, as of late, one of the things that, has affected me is looking for the physical relationship part. And, it's tough. I've got a lot of prospects. More than this Ukrainian girl.
I mean, Christina is beautiful. Her friend Melissa is obviously attractive. What other types of women do you have in your DMs?
Some with money, some with no money, some that have to start over again. I have a black girl. She is a dynamite. She's awesome. I mean, physically, she's brown sugar, man. She's like the best. But what can I?
Now, I mean, look, if you're walking past a shop and you look in the window and there's a great big television sitting there, and the price, say, is $1, no guarantee, you've got to employ some critical thinking and think, well, if that's $1, there's no guarantee. You can't try it out before you buy it. Are you going to get home and find out that it doesn't work? It will. Is it really a good deal? And in his case, he's online. He's got young women approaching him on Facebook, and they're saying, "Oh, I want to marry you," etc., etc. It's the same kind of thing. He's not engaging his critical thinking process to think, is that really the deal that it purports to be, or could there be some other motivation? And in the case of the shop, it may well be that they just want to clear out an old piece of junk and get $1 back, and also not have to pay to have it taken away. And it's the same kind of thing with what he's seeing online. All these young pretty faces are coming at him and he's getting excited. He's not engaging his critical thinking, maybe in the same way that he's not engaging any critical thinking with his in terms of the religion which he's accepted.
I say, but you know, I don't want to hurt anybody, so I try to keep them all going, and I can't keep up with them anymore.
So, okay,
We got to get into this.
we have to get into this.
Let's talk first about the boarding pass. We actually ran the ticket through our image search, and we actually found a match, which is not a good sign, just so you know. It means that the image that you got wasn't unique, so the ticket originated from somebody posting it on TripAdvisor.
Okay.
The next thing that we wanted to go over was the email, Christina's email. So we ran that through our website, and when we looked it up, we got no results on the email. This usually means that this person just created this email. This person probably doesn't exist.
Okay.
When looking up an email on our website, it's a huge red flag when you receive no results. 99.9% of the time, an email will have what is called digital footprints. When you sign up for a phone service, email list, even social media, a record would show for an email. So if you get this message, you're either talking to someone that's trying to mask their identity, is extremely private, or just made this email.
Do you remember getting this visa? Why was this sent to you?
I asked for it, I think. That's why I got it.
We ran it through a visa status check and it came back as invalid. These visa numbers do not exist. And actually, when you're looking at the visa numbers, they must be exactly 8 characters with letters and numbers. This does not have any letters. Obviously, what I'm getting at is this visa's fake.
Okay, that's good. I mean, you know, not good, but it's real.
Why do you think up until this point you've gotten nothing but fake information from this person?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was fake or not. I just, that was the visa that she sent me. But that's definitely from the real girl, supposedly. So, you know, so this is why we're here, because I want to know, and I appreciate you guys' work on this. So this visa is fake, so that may lead to more problems, you know?
Okay, I think you get the idea anyway. The problem is he's already sent about $30,000 out to this person who he believes is real. And in reality, I've looked into this kind of thing before. There are people, men or women, scammers who go out and they buy a portfolio of photographs and videos as well, as a kind of honey trap for guys like this. And then they get a dialogue going and eventually they say, oh, I need money for this, I need money for that. And then, you know, you start sending the money. I mean, Ukraine, bombs are coming down. You get the picture. And he sent, his wife had to take his name off the joint account because he was sending such large amounts of money to this person. Okay, there we are. So he's discovered from the agency, that this catfish agency, that this woman in the photograph is probably not even is not even behind the scam. her photos have been bought up, probably lifted from a sort of site that scammers use, a resource. They've bought in a portfolio of her photographs, and the scammer is using these photos pretending to be a real young woman in Ukraine, and he's bought into it. Apparently he sent thousands of dollars. He's now out of money, contemplating borrowing more money to send to her on this promise that she's going to come to him. But before doing that, he's decided to employ the services of this investigative catfish YouTube channel. They found out that, yep, the whole thing's a scam. You've wasted all your money. Don't send any more money. So at least in the end, he did a reasonable, rational thing. He started to employ some critical thinking skills, but only, and have some doubt, only after, though, he'd been completely fleeced. He should have done it before that, right at the beginning of the process. And I'd only really picked up on this because he mentioned Christianity, him and his wife, the Bible, the faith has kept them together, faith in God, etc., etc. However, he said that it would take something big to initiate a divorce. And obviously he saw that young woman as being this big horse to get him out of his unhappy marriage. But he didn't employ any critical thinking skills whatsoever, and really doubt that what he was being sold was actually true. And it turned out, of course, not to be true. And if he'd done some checks and employed some critical thinking skills, he could have saved himself thousands of dollars. So I suppose you could say that, you know, he showed exactly the same kind of gullibility, lack of critical thinking in this case with the scammer and the promise of a young attractive woman coming to him, as he did with his acceptance of Christianity. It's exactly really the same kind of thing, buying, you know, believing in a set of false promises. So there's a slippery slope. He got onto the slippery slope when he bought into Christianity, and the slippery slope brought him sliding and crashing down into some big boulder, and he got badly hurt. There we are. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again with another video soon. Bye.